Hi everybody, if you're new to my channel, I'm Lori and welcome to the Chatty Bookworm. Let me get my girl up because she wants me, but I know I've already put my TBR up, but I decided I'm going to participate in May the Force Be With You. That's the whole month of May that I always forget his Eric from BreakEven Books is the host of, and his significant other Marcus also. And then we have they have two co-hosts. We got Steph from Coffee Over Apples, and I think it's Leslie from the Nerdy Narrative. And there's the dark side, light side, and all this other stuff. If I remember, I'll put BreakEven's announcement. Eric from BreakEven's BreakEven Books, I'm sorry. I think that's what it is. Yeah, BreakEven Books. I'll put his announcement video if I remember down below. But it starts, like I said, on the 1st. There's the dark side, the light side, there's neutral. You can decide which one you want to do. There's some other prompts. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the other prompts. It depends on things, of course. But I decided to go with the dark side. So I'm going to talk. Hi, cutie. So I'm going to go over what the prompts are. The first one is Lightning, a book you think will shock you. Now, I've never read a book by this author. Let me go back to where it was. I have the book coming on. I have this book coming, but it's a book that you think will shock you. And I've never read this author before, and it seems like a weird book. It's called Queen of Madness by Lee Jacowitz or something like that. All I know is it's like a retelling, like a Wonderland retelling. So it could shock me because I'll either really love it or really hate it. So that's what I think of a shocking thing. And this, I'll tell you what it's about because I cannot remember. But I got the book coming on. It's supposed to be here Saturday. It says, the greatest weakness any man could ever have is a woman. The inheritance, something like that, needs to protect them can become overwhelming and all-consuming. It makes us think irrational, and do stupid things. In my case, falling down a rabbit hole. My sister made a mistake. One that put us in debt with the Italian mob who owns half the state. As the payment, they've enlisted me to work for them. Only it isn't them I'll be working for. It's her. Onyx Ambrose, something like that. She's a ghost, a legend, the head of their rival mafia family, and the queen of Wonderland. In order to save my family, I have to act as her guard so they can find a way to kill. I have to act as her guard so they can find a way to kill her. But the longer I stay, the more I realize Oxen, something like that, isn't who I thought she was, and neither am I. Turns out I'm just mad. The mafia romance is going on. This coming, I think it's this next week, the 8th, the 5th through the 8th, or whatever that would be, is the mafia romance, mafia romance. So I won't read that until then, but that's one of the books I wanted to read for that readathon, so I figured. And you're going to see most of these are going to be books that I already had on my TBR. So yeah. This one I had downloaded, and I'm like, no, I want to buy at least the first one. It's a duet, and then if I like it, can get the other one. But that's the first prompt. The other one is Seduction, a book with a pretty cover. I'm trying not to look over there because my daughter picked a book out for me because that's one of the prompts. But I just love this cover, and this is another one that I'm going to use for a readathon. I'm not going to read this. This one I won't be able to read either until towards the end of the month because Becca from Becca in the Books is doing her live 48-hour book Napoli. And you don't know all the prompts, but you know the first 2 prompts. And I think that's not until like the last, either the 3rd or the 4th week of May. So I won't be able to read this one until then. But one of the prompts was, read a book with God, with gods, or have to do with gods or something like that. So I picked this because, that. So, and I just love this cover. So I picked that. And then the next one is Forest Filled, horror or thriller. So for that one, I was gonna read this for what is it called? Spring Fling a Ween or something like that. That Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia Reads a Latte is doing right now. But you guys, I cannot get into stuff right now that I should be reading on my TBR, so I'm just mood reading. So I'm not doing very good in that on this readathon. So hopefully this readathon, that right here, this May the Force Be With You one, I'll do better in. Because, yeah, I don't know. But I really want to read The Night Shift by Alec Finley. My friend Vanessa just read this and she loved it. So I'm really curious. Oh, I forgot to tell you what this was about. He's a god, I guess, and he's like falling, he's a fallen god or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And then he rises again, and then people don't want him to be back, I guess. I'm not really sure. I'm probably totally butchering it. But then we have The Night Shift by Alec Finley. This one is like these people were working, and everyone but one, I think there was four people working, and everyone but one died. And they think that the boyfriend of one of them is the killer because he's missing. And then we fast forward to I don't know how many years, and 4 other people are working, and everyone but one got murdered. And then they're trying to find out what happened. So this one I could read whenever. The next one is Corruption, start a series. My friend Erica gave me the whole series. This whole series, she sent it to me. Dorothy Might Die series. I'm so excited. I think this is the one you read first, because she sent me everything, and there was like a prequel too. But I'm gonna read this one first. So all I know is that she sent to kill Dorothy. It says, remove the Tin Woodman's heart, still the Scarecrow's brain, take the lion's courage, and then Dorothy must die. So, yeah. And the last one is Mind Control. Pets or people choose the book. I'm not sure. I had Hannah pick one out and put it down here, so we'll see together. It ain't this one. It isn't this one. I just told her to put a book on top of it, or I wouldn't see it. So she picked out. Oh, cool. She picked out Love Somebody. I was supposed to read this for one of the book clubs, the queer reads that I participate in with some people on Instagram. My friend Drew is one of them, and my friend Charlie. And this was the pick, I think February or something like that, but I didn't read it at that time. And Sam, Christian, and Ross, and I think the guy might have a fill-in for one of the two girls. I'm not sure, but one of the other girls. But the girl might like the other one instead, like the other girl. I'm not really sure. totally probably butchering it, but it says, what can you do when your whole world is changing? It says, Rosic, something like that, dives into the messy, confusing experience of queer adolescence with deep care, tenderness, and charity. Teens are going to find a home in this book. And it says, meet 3 teens with very different love lives. Sam's 17. She's interested in acting, playwriting, and getting out of Massachusetts. She's looking for someone interesting to talk to, and her description of her: future playwright, something, and award-winning actress. Catch me when I'm still around if you can keep my attention. Don't worry, the guy in the second picture is just a friend. Okay, Christian, 17, interest, soccer, friends, family. Looking for something serious. Description, my friend Sam convinced me to make this. I'm already interested in somebody, but she couldn't care less about me. I'm not that good at connecting with people anyways. Maybe we could just be friends. And then it says Ross, 17, interests, photography, violin, classic literature. Looking for absolutely nothing. Description, nobody is ever who they say they are on here. How can I get to know you if you're putting on a mask? If you can have a genuine conversation, I'll consider it, but don't hold your breath. Sam, Christian, Christian, and Ross all have very different opinions on love. But when a scheme to get Christian his dream girl backfires, they each need to decide if love is enough to change their mind. So maybe it's not either of these two. Maybe it's somebody totally different that he wants to be with. I'm not really sure. But I was supposed to read this, like I said, a couple months ago, and I just wasn't in the frame of mind at the time for it, but I was still really wanting to read it. That's why, that's why it's still on my shelf and not in my bye-bye pile. Because I'm going through books to get rid of, so. And yeah, so I will finally read this, even though I was supposed to read it a couple of months ago. So these three I can read right away, but the other two, what did I say? The one that's going to come for the Mafia, I can't read until at least the 5th. And then the other one I can't read, I don't know what this is called when there's no pictures. There's only a few pictures here and there like this. I know it's not a manga, of course. I don't know if it's called a light novel or light something. I'm not sure. I don't know what these are called, but it shouldn't be that hard to read. So, yeah. But also, I do have another one that I could always read. Because I like this cover. I don't know why. I don't know why I like this cover. It's kind of creepy. Maybe that's why, why is there a chair? This is creepy. But why is there a chair there? What does that chair represent? It's kind of creepy, but it intrigues me, so I think it's a cool cover. And, if I can't get into this would work for both this prompt and for the one for Becca from Becca in the Books one, because it's about gods too. So either one of these I will do for the cover one, but I'm hoping I'll like this one and read this. But yeah, that is what I will be reading. If I get all these done and I have time, then I'll see what the other prompts are. Because there are other prompts. I just got to go back and remember, what prompt is for what. Because I know there's weapons and some other stuff. But if I remember to put his channel, Eric's channel down below, then you guys can watch the announcement. And you can get a better understanding of it. But yeah. That is what I will be reading. And yeah, so stay tuned to see. Stay tuned to see what I think about the books. Okay, that is it. If you guys know the drill. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. And if you do subscribe, hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video up like this, or whenever there's a video up like this for your viewing pleasure. And until next time, I'm out of here. Remember, DNFing is your friend. Remember that I really, 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 really love that you guys are sticking with my channel. And that some of you guys comment, and yeah. And just enjoy whatever you're reading. Like I said, if you're not enjoying it, put it down, put it down, put it down. Don't be afraid to DNF. And until next time, happy readings, and thanks for being awesome.